My biggest pet peeve now is when people don't communicate clearly, like when people use confusing or misleading language, which is why it drives me crazy when people use the terms former or latter in a sentence. I absolutely hate that. I had someone come up to me the other day and they're like, well, Craig, given the choice between taking the elevator or the stairs to the second floor, I choose the latter. Like, are we in a treehouse all of a sudden? Like, wasn't even aware that was an option. And before any of the English majors out there feel like they need to jump in and explain to me that former means the first one and latter means the second one, I know that, okay? But I know that like I know I've got a phone bill under a stack of magazines, right? Like I'll get it, but it's gonna take me a while. And that's not even the most confusing part about when people use former and latter. The most confusing part is that when they use it, there is absolutely no indication. I had to remember the order in which you presented things until the very last word of the sentence. Like seriously, when I come across that in a book, it's just short form for reread that paragraph. Someone says it to me in conversation, I'm doing mental gymnastics, trying not only to remember that former is the first one and latter is the second one, but remember what you said first and said second. All because you can't say, I take the stairs like a normal person, you mentally taxing nobody. So what I'm trying to say is, given the choice between being a pretentious asshole or communicating clearly, I choose the latter. I'm glad you guys are okay with my strong stances on trivial grammar. I feel like we know each other well enough now. I can share something with you. I Google myself. I type my name into Google, see what pops up. And I was doing that. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping that my website, craigfay.com, would be the #1 hit. Much to my surprise, ranked above mine was the website IHateCraigFay.com. At first I thought, I was like, there is no way this is about me, right? Like this has got to be a different Craig Fay. And I clicked on it. And the first thing I see is a picture of me with my face crossed out. And that same picture tiled 1,000 times as the wallpaper. And I was like, this is maybe about me. The second thing that occurred to me was, wow, this is a lot nicer than my own website. So I'm scrolling through it, I'm freaking out, I'm like, oh God, I hope nobody's seen this, I hope no one's visited the site, how many people have visited, I don't know, I'm freaking out, I was doing that, and then I immediately went on Facebook and Twitter and told everybody about it, because I'm a middle child and any kind of attention is great. And it's, here's the thing, I had to show people it, right? Like, a couple hours later, I went to go show a friend the website, and they updated the website with my Twitter feed under the heading Craig Fay has discovered IHateCraigFay.com. Which would make sense if you're following me that closely, if you're like a jilted ex-lover or a former business associate to whom I owe money. But you read the website and the only thing they have against me is that they find me boring. Which is such a strange motivation to make a hate site, right? Like that's gotta be some real passionate boredom there, right? Like you know that kind of boredom? You know that seething sort of boredom that stays with you for weeks on end and eats away at you from the inside? You know that kind of boredom? No, you don't, because that's not how that emotion works. Like the worst thing that could have happened is I bored this person for 15 minutes at a stand-up show, and they were like, oh man, this Craig Fay guy. Can't believe he's wasting all my time. You know how I'm gonna get him back? gonna go learn web design. Doesn't make any sense. It makes so little sense that I have a hate website dedicated to me. I have had audience members pull out their smartphones and Google, "I hate Craig Fay," while I'm telling this joke. People are fact-checking my jokes while I'm on stage. No one ever fact-checks the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. That's a real thing. Nobody checked that. But that happened to me in Montreal. Someone Googled it, and they held up the phone. They're like, "Hey, man, they don't hate you." I was like, "What?" It's like, "Yeah, the first post on this website is IHateCraigFay.com has been renamed ILoveCraigFay.com. That guy's great." Which means, not only do I have a hate website dedicated to me, not only is that a real thing, but they hate me so much, they were willing to change the website to screw over this joke.